Well, first off, man, it was just a great fight. Thank God, man. It's beautiful boxing, big stage. It felt good to be on that stage once again. Fundora's a tremendous champion. But whoever the fuck that referee was, don't hire him for fucking main event shit ever again, man. Real talk. Do you remember Eric Morales versus Marcos Maidana? Do you remember how many times people fought with broken orbital bones? Shit's not even broken, man. Never got dropped in the whole fight. I'm getting caught on the back end of punches. The referee told me in the locker room, show me something. Move your feet, duck your head. I won't stop the fight. I'm using my legs. I'm getting caught on the back end. I wasn't buckled. He just jumped in like a white rabbit, man. So them little hoppy referees, they're not made for main event boxing. The fight was getting fun. The people were standing on their feet. We were just getting into the grind, And he was getting really comfortable swinging wide. Swinging big, swinging wide. Because he's young, because he trains hard, he put that press. Because he's a volume puncher. He put that press, and the referee reacted to that, So Fundora's preparation, his fight style, it all ended up planning out for him. But as an OG, man, 4 more minutes, it would have been a lot of fun, I promise you. 4 more minutes, and he could have made a mistake right in front of me, man. I was waiting for it. I knew it was going to be one of these kind of tough fights against a young champion, and I had that long-term vision, but the ref didn't let me get there, man. So it was unfortunate, but I'm grateful. I'm okay. I'm able to talk to you guys. I don't need to be in the hospital. Everything is what it is. I want to give a shout-out to my sponsor.
C-A-P. Cap. C-A-P. Cap.
RGM don't play in the comments. Make them laugh, make them cry, that's a promise. Come correct or you pay, that's the doctrine. You just see on the chat, see locked in. RGM don't play in the comments. Turn a smart mouth kid to a target. He don't care where you from or your pigment. Hashtag it, come back to boxing, that's the mission. Hey, RGM, let it ring, let it ring.
What up, everybody in the YTBC? So let me just go ahead and get right into it. In case you haven't heard, Keith Thurman was stopped last night by Sebastian Fundora in the 6th round. I predicted that Fundora would win by decision, so I was wrong about the decision, but I was right about who would win. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the stoppage. Was it a premature stoppage? I think it was. I think it was a little premature. I think Keith Thurman brought up some interesting points in his post-fight press conference. I don't think I don't think he was like getting battered so badly at that moment that it warranted a stoppage. I think the ref should have let it go on. Because the reason why you stop a fight is because you're trying to save a fighter from long-term damage or even death. I didn't see that happening last night. Now, do I think that Keith Thurman was going to turn things around, given another 4 minutes, as he so eloquently put? No. I think he would have still got his ass whooped. But I don't think that he was really in danger of potentially getting brain damage, becoming punch drunk or anything like that. I certainly didn't think his life was in danger. So I have to agree with him at least on that point, and he's right. People have fought with broken orbital bones. Look at Kell Brook when he fought Triple G. Look at Kell Brook again when he fought Errol Spence Jr. He had one orbital bone broken in one fight and the other orbital bone broken the other. So, and those fights went the distance in both cases. So it's I have to agree with Thurman. I don't think it needed to be stopped when it was stopped. Now, potentially he could have got stopped later, but as for how it played out last night, yeah, I would have let it go on longer if I was the ref. But that's just me. I'm not a professional ref, So I'm not gonna say, oh, don't hire him ever again for championship fights. I'm just gonna say, had it been me, I would have let it go on a bit longer. But yeah, congratulations to Sebastian Fundora on a successful win. There are some pretty interesting post-fight interviews. Jamel Charlo probably put out the most interesting one. Another one that was pretty interesting was Rolly Romero. Romero, he was questioning whether or not Fundora is actually making the weight. He's like, I don't know how his ass is making the weight. He said something along the lines of, I bet you he could probably make 147 and whoop my ass. So, Rolly's always colorful, always entertaining, if nothing else. But, and then Jamel Charlo, I don't want to spoil that one. But let's just say he basically said, F everybody. Which is funny because that's not how the interview starts. I think he was getting fed up with the interviewers. I think it was just a bunch of YouTubers. Because I've seen it from a couple different angles. It doesn't seem to be anybody interviewing him like from ESPN or from anywhere, Ring Magazine or anything like that. It appeared to be just purely boxing YouTubers who were asking him questions. And it was apparent by the wording of the questions, like it wasn't very professional, in my opinion. Which I'm not even knocking that. I think that's what a lot of us fans look for. We like to see those interviews where it's not like, you're handling a boxer with kid gloves. He's so frail. This man who takes punches to the face for a living, he's so frail, and we need to be careful with what we say to him because we'll hurt the poor little baby's feelings. So yeah, I'm not saying there's a problem with that, but I'm just saying by the wording of these people who were interviewing, I could tell they were YouTube. What was it that I can't even remember what he said. He said something that I know Ring Magazine or ESPN or any other, traditional media is not going to ask him in those words. But like I said, I'll try to find one and link it in the description of Charlo and the Rolly Romero one. But those interviews were the ones that stuck out. Of course, there's other ones. I think Tim Bradley put out a video talking about it just from his YouTube channel, not as an interview or anything like that. But yeah, like I said, congratulations to Sebastian Fundora stopping Keith Thurman in the 6th. Like I said, I don't think given 4 minutes, Keith Thurman was going to turn it around. But I think he could have potentially went out on, went the distance. And I don't think he was in danger of suffering long-term damage or death. He wasn't fearing for his life. I think his ego got hurt more than anything, because we know how Keith Thurman is. We know how he thinks. I'm interested to see what, I'm pretty sure him and Spence are going to have exchanges on Twitter, and it probably will lead to nothing. But if it were to lead to a fight, I'd be interested to see how that plays out. It'll probably be Spence versus Fundora, which, to be fair, that makes more sense than Spence fighting. Well, actually, no, I'm not going to say that, because Fundora is a huge guy, Actually, I think the wording, my bad, I had an alarm set for something. I think the wording that reporter used, or that interviewer, I shouldn't call him reporter, that interviewer used was like a whole big asshole or something like that. Like I said, I'm gonna find the one I saw and put the link and you'll see what I'm talking about. But yeah, check out those interviews. You know, but congratulations, Sebastian Fundora. All right, I'm out. Peace.
RGM, bringing the content, bang. UGC gang, let the bell go clang. Hashtag come back to boxing heat. Every upload feel like fight week. RGM, bringing the content, bang. Laugh so hard you forget that it's pain. Hashtag come back to boxing scene. We the undercard.